What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. A quick overview of what you're going to see here. So we've got footage from the current week on Monday and Tuesday. Squat and deadlift volume together are over £90,000 worth of volume. I think it's like 95,000. All accessory work is volume is up. Overhead press volume is up, and benching volume is over £30,000. So this is the highest total workload in a week we're going to be hitting in this current training phase. Every single week since Worlds pretty much has been a pretty high stress training week. It's been high stress with regards to total workload, and we've been over £90,000 for several weeks now. So we're just doing what's necessary to build the movements the way we want to build them. But kind of what I'm actually wanted to kind of discuss in today's video is almost to kind of help a few people. Very often when you get people that do say some form of proper programming when they're kind of intermediate and beyond, so you've got to be some form of an intermediate lifter, intermediate to advanced, and you start going through accumulation training phases. And with accumulation training phases, the plan is not to feel good. The plan really isn't to feel good. The plan isn't to have you feeling good, feeling awesome, killing all-time PRs. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to accumulate volume, create a fatigue debt, and build muscle, build your movements, build your work capacity, build your efficiency with the movements, build your technical proficiency, build your skill set with the movements, and bring up certain weak areas. And to do that, you've got to, relative to your advancement as an athlete, and also relevant to how well you respond to training, because some people might need a higher training volume per week to reach numbers than others, just due to how they respond to training. And when going through periods like that are high stress training phases, it is not only normal, it's expected and accounted for to feel the effects of that high stress. Very often everyone falls into the trap. They maybe have a workout that they just don't feel strong, they feel rubbish, they're just not feeling very good, maybe mentally not that excited about workouts, and they're just not feeling great. And maybe some workouts go to plan, and then people start catastrophizing and making things a lot worse than they are, and almost make things, this is the worst thing ever, I'm so weak, everything's going downhill, I'm feeling awful, I'm not feeling good, I'm just not feeling strong, and it's like I need to deload, and it's like, well, hold on, let's just kind of take a step back. Realistically speaking, you're not injured. You're not injured. You're not close to. You don't have any niggling injuries. You're not in any excruciating pain or anything. You're just not feeling that great, and it's like that's normal. If you're in a high stress training phase, it is completely normal and completely expected to feel the effects of that high stress training phase. I would honestly argue that if you're going through accumulation phase and you're of some form of relatively advanced as an athlete, again kind of mid, intermediate, beyond stage, and you go through accumulation phases, and there's not points in that accumulation phase where you're not feeling pretty beat up, not feeling very great, not feeling very strong, and not every workout maybe feels the way you'd like it to feel, then I would probably suggest that A, maybe you're not working hard enough, B, maybe you're not doing enough volume, or C, to be honest, there's probably not a C. It's probably only two. You're probably just not working hard enough, or B, your coach, or whoever does your programming, is not providing enough volume. And if maybe you do your own program, maybe it's then a combination of A and B. Quite frankly, I'm of the opinion that does it really matter a whole lot if you feel good in training, if you are progressing through your program properly. You're hitting your sets, hitting your reps, your movements are being performed to a 3 white light worthy standard. You are not having bad injuries, you're not getting injured. For the most part, you're pretty pain free and feeling good. You know, I mean, does it really matter if you don't feel that great in vast majority of training sessions in a cycle? If you get to competition day and you hit all-time PRs, you know, I would honestly suggest that, you know what, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Now, I do understand that with a lot of athletes that does matter, because they would struggle to keep some form of motivation, you know, so that is something that if I have an athlete that I feel, you know, cannot look at the bigger picture, really struggles to look at the bigger picture and catastrophizes things and is very, very invested in the now and how they feel now and isn't willing to think about the bigger picture, then yeah, maybe we will hold back volume a little bit and not have them, maybe not push that as far, and you just have to accept that, you know, maybe they're just not going to progress quite as much as we would have hoped. But that's a different thing for a different day. That's a different thing to discuss for a different day. But yeah, you know, so it's just something, if you're going through it, I want everyone goes through it, you know. Monday and Tuesday, nothing felt that great, didn't feel very strong, you know, nothing felt like it was like, oh, I'm going to go and squat 317.5 kilos today like I did at Worlds. But it doesn't matter, because you always keep that in the bigger picture. Right now, we're just accumulating workload, accumulating a fatigue debt, and you've just got to think of the bigger picture. So that's kind of what I wanted to discuss today, guys. Just kind of, you know, don't be your own worst enemy. If you're going through accumulation phase and you're getting injured and you're feeling rubbish and you're in excruciating pain and you're debilitating pain, that's a different story. But if you're just not feeling that great, you know, quite frankly, I would be surprised if you were feeling great. And if you are feeling great, I would maybe suggest that, you know, you're probably not doing a proper accumulation phase. Or if you are, you're just not doing enough volume. You know, so that's definitely something to think about, some food for thought. Don't get too worried. Don't dramatise things. Just do your work, do what's necessary, and hit PRs on your testing or competition day. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll speak to all of you next time.